Story: Pip's Flight of Determination. Once upon a time, on a small and secluded island, there lived a little bird named Pip. Pip was different from the other birds on the island in one significant way. She wanted nothing more than to eat the fresh, succulent fruit high up in the trees. However, there was a rather puzzling problem that had plagued the island's avian inhabitants for generations. The birds on the island didn't fly. In fact, they had never flown, not even once. All the other birds scoffed at the idea of flying. They would gather on the ground, hopping about, pecking at the fruit that had fallen to the earth, content with their limited existence. Whoever heard of a flying bird? They would squawk in unison, their feathers ruffled with amusement. They had grown so accustomed to their life on the ground that they couldn't fathom the thought of leaving it. But Pip was not like the other birds. The idea of soaring through the sky and reaching the luscious fruit that teased her from the treetops filled her dreams day and night. She couldn't suppress her yearning any longer. One sunny morning, Pip decided it was time to prove that birds were meant to fly. She hopped to the highest branch she could find and spread her wings. Her heart raced as she took a deep breath and leaped into the unknown. For a brief moment, it seemed as if the world had stopped. Pip felt the wind rush through her feathers, and the ground seemed to recede below her. She was flying! The other birds stared in disbelief as Pip soared through the sky, higher and higher towards the tantalizing fruit. Gasps of amazement and encouragement rippled through the crowd. Pip's determination was infectious, and some of the other birds began to feel a spark of hope deep within them. But Pip's journey was not without challenges. The fruit seemed farther away than she had initially thought, and her wings grew tired. Doubt crept into her mind as she glanced back at the ground below. What if the others were right? What if she couldn't do it? Just as Pip was about to give in to her self-doubt and descend, a strong gust of wind carried her higher. It was as if the very elements were conspiring to help her. With renewed determination, Pip pushed onward, reaching closer and closer to the fruit. The other birds on the ground watched in awe as Pip persevered. They saw her struggle, but they also saw her courage. Slowly, one by one, they began to flap their wings timidly, attempting to follow her lead. Finally, with one last mighty effort, Pip grasped the fruit with her beak. The taste was even sweeter than she had imagined. She had done it! Pip had flown, and she had reached the fruit that had eluded her for so long. As she descended, the other birds greeted her with cheers and admiration. Pip had shown them that they were capable of more than they had ever believed. Over time, with Pip's guidance and encouragement, the island's birds began to learn to fly, unlocking a world of possibilities they had never known. Pip's determination and unwavering belief in herself had not only changed her own life, but had transformed the entire island. They were no longer just birds on the ground, they were birds of the sky, and they owed it all to a little bird named Pip, who had dared to dream and reach for the impossible. Morale of the story. The moral of the story is that determination and self-belief can overcome even the most seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Pip's unwavering determination to fly and reach the fruit high in the trees not only fulfilled her dream, but also inspired others to break free from their limitations. It teaches us that with perseverance and self-confidence, we can achieve our goals and inspire positive change in those around us, proving that the impossible is often just a matter of perspective. The end.